Well, here we are. Here we are again. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Today is a special day because it's the day before my first daughter's birthday. You guys all have that on your calendar. Anyway, yeah, welcome to another live stream coming to you directly from Atascadero, California, right between Paso Robles and San Luis Obispo. Morro Bay is over here. Pismo Beach is over here. Over here is Cambria, right on the ocean, and that's where we're going to have our Jazz Fest, Jazz Guitar Festival. So we are really looking forward to that. So here we are. Wes is here. Wes, are you here? Wes?
Yeah, I'm
there he is.
Yeah. Here's the banner too. Jazz Guitar Fest.
Yes, we had to run down and get it because I had the banner this week at the Orange County show. And so we had to run over and get it because I put it into the storage unit. You know, we got a lot of junk.
Yeah. I can attest to that too much. I mean, just look at this one shelf alone. Gives you a preview of what it's like around this place. So,
yeah.
Borderline hoarding, in my opinion.
Well, you never know when you're going to need that.
Yeah.
You never
exactly.
know when you're going to need those newspapers from 5 years ago. No,
Right.
I don't save newspapers.
Those old pieces of crown molding that you might need just in
Yeah,
case.
what is this, the Geico commercial?
Yeah, progressive.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem when your babies of depression kids. You've got that ingrained in you, and plus living up in course school, you saved every bolt and nut because if you needed something, you have to drive 20 miles to get it. So here we don't need to do that, but I still save all that.
You can change, right?
I can.
You don't have to keep doing the old patterns that you used to do. You can change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one of these days, we're gonna have to get rid of this shelf back here. Like, you do not need like 4 cassette players.
I don't have 4. Man, I only
There's
have.
at least 3 up here.
Well, there's a duplicate one that'll make a copy.
For all those cassettes that you're going to need to make copies for?
Well, I've got tons of cassettes that old recordings that I've never done.
You
Anyway,
could probably buy a new thing that's probably the size of like this big that you put a cassette in, you play it, and then it makes it into a MP3.
yeah,
And then you can get rid of all the stuff here,
right. I'm starting to regret this toy you got over here.
Yeah.
Talk about hoarding things with a toy. You got a new toy. So,
By the way, hoarding this toy, look at how big it is. It is this big. Yeah, I'm taking up tons of space back here with my...
well, okay. All right, let's talk about what we got coming up on the show. Here's a rundown. By the way, the song I just played was Alone Together. That's the A section. Whoop. Something like that. I decided to go through, because I have a hard time keeping track of what I played, what I didn't play, and stuff. So I decided I'm going to just go through this thing and start on the A's. So today we're going to do Alone Together, All the Things You Are, Autumn Leaves, Ain't Misbehaving, and Opera. I skipped affirmation.
I love it.
I do love it because it seems like you play, you got a handful of favorites in there, and yeah, how many songs do you have on that thing?
5.
Yeah, exactly. 15.
5. Oh, on this?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, 200. I don't know. Hey, so the feature for today is this guitar here. I just got this guitar from the guitar show. Oh, shoot. And I wanted to bring out the old tailpiece. This is an interesting guitar. Number one, the H550 is the Heritage answer to the Tal Farlow, let's say. And it's a very interesting guitar. Number one, it's a pressed maple top. I guess laminate sides and back. It's got a 3-piece neck. Ebony fretboard. The signature pick guard, whatever that thing is called. By the way, it does have a truss rod cover, but I had it removed. Plenty of room on that truss rod cover. This particular guitar, when I got it, I got it at the San Rafael Guitar Show. And I got to say, the thing was a mess. It was just...
Is that it?
Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, look at her. Here's the old tailpiece. You see this thing? Can you see it? It just looked like crap. And so I took it off, and I put a real pretty one on here that I had. I think I got some stuff on it there, but it's very nice. And I'll buff out this tailpiece someday. But this Tunematic bridge was corroded all over the place. The tuners were corroded. And I luckily have a buffing wheel, and I buffed the snot out of this thing. See how pretty it is? See how pretty? Now, what year is this, Wes?
1990.
1990, so it's 10, 20, 30 years old, something like that. 33 years old. And I had to install the strap button. So let me tell you the story on this guitar. It has been sitting out on a guitar stand is my prediction, that it's sat on a guitar stand in somebody's house, and it was in his room, and it was probably hardly ever played. There's no fret wear at all. And I have the action so low that it's very low. By the way, I also lifted up the pickup off the cover, and it brings out a little more high end, and lifted the pickup ring off the top. I don't know if I should have done that. Maybe I'll take it back down, because it does let the top breathe a little more, but it also adds a little high end to it. All right, so it sat on a stand in the Bay Area, corroded. You know, humidity there is what? What's the humidity in the Bay Area usually, Wes?
Probably the same as it is here.
Well, though, here's a little drier, I think, because we're inland.
Well, it depends on what part of the Bay Area you're talking about.
Like where you used to live. It's probably about 80% humidity there.
Maybe. I don't know. I was in San Francisco, but, you know, San Rafael is...
Yeah, but yeah.
I guess right on the water,
No,
too. Right on
it came
the
from
bay.
San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, so the only thing that happened, and Wes will testify to this, it fell off the guitar stand, and it has a neck repair. Now, can you zoom in on that, Wes? Because you cannot see it, and it didn't break all the way. You know, sudden
Can
neck
you hold
repair.
it still?
All right, how's that? I can't. I'm trying.
You can't hold it still and still talk?
I'm trying to see the crack. I don't see it. Do you?
No.
No, you can. You can't. I'm trying to show it here. But do you see right there? Do you see right there? That little thing right here is where it was glued. So it had a little crack. It's super stable. It's nothing's wrong with it. So That's the other thing. It got knocked off a stand. That's my prediction. Or that's my feeling about it. So other than that, now the other thing, the other negative, if you want to call it that, and I've seen it happen to many guitars, on this side, do you see the binding there, Wes? Can you zoom in on the binding? You see how the binding has a few little splits there where the frets are? I don't. Oh, it's hard to see. Anyway, so it's got that. That's happens a lot to guitars. I see it all the time. So anyway, but she's all cleaned up. She's all ready to go. And the 550 is, and I'm going to price it accordingly for that crack.
So John Smith asked, how do you feel about a screw in the bridge like that? I don't know if I like that.
How do I feel that this is anchored into the top? It doesn't have a block in it. It just has a little piece of wood on top there that anchors on there. That anchors that. No, I got no problem with that. You know, I guess theoretically you would think that it might inhibit the acoustic qualities of it, and maybe it does, but it is a pressed top. So here's what it sounds like acoustically. Here it is with did you have the overhead mic when I was doing the intro?
No.
Okay. Anyway, 25.5-inch scale length, ebony fretboard, 3 inches deep, 17 inches. Pickup covers are immaculate. And then tuners are in great shape. Everything's in great shape. She's all ready to go. It's got a few little nicks in here and there, but not many. Take a look at the back. It's pretty. It's a pretty back. See that back? It's got.
That is an interesting piece of wood for sure.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of.
And there's your neck profile.
Yeah, the neck is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like a one-piece neck, isn't it? One-piece maple. There's supposed to be 3. You know what? This is an early one. So that looks like a one-piece maple. Does that look like it to you, Wes?
It doesn't, definitely not 3 pieces. I mean, there's a one piece of wood.
Yeah, so that's a one-piece. Later, they went with the stringer down the middle and made a 2-piece neck. So this is a one-piece neck. What's cool about these guitars is you can go out and gig at any volume and get that fat sound, and you don't have to worry about feedback.
Yeah, Mike Tinsley.
Mike's got one of these.
Yeah, he said he hadn't bought one of those, and I love it. Frank Russell says, literally sitting here with my 95 H550 in hand. I love mine all. Never sell it.
Yeah, well, good. There's another. Tom Colehan has got one, too.
Yeah, it sounds good. It's a good sounding guitar.
Yeah. So anyway.
So that one, okay, so what's, you're obviously trying to sell that, so.
We'll have to put the price on the webpage. Or if they want it, call me up. Is that what you're getting at?
Well, that, yeah, and like, how much is a one that's mint and that hasn't had a headstock repair, and
They are all over the map. I saw one for 7,000. I saw one for 5. There's one in Australia for 32. There's another one, and I've seen this one. It's been on Reverb for 2 years. I don't know why it hasn't sold. He's asking 32, and yeah, so they're all over the map. $4,000. I've seen them there.
What, Richard?
This will be in the high 2s.
So yeah, that's what I was wondering is, you get the sound, you still get the sound, but you pay a little less, for just because of that headstock repair.
Yeah. And you can't even feel it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
What pickups are in that one? Richard Jenkins is asking.
Oh yeah, Schaller pickups,
Nice.
which is my favorite.
That's your favorite pickup?
Yeah, nice and dark.
Yeah. What about the body depth on that? Gordon Zoot, which Gordon's here from Birmingham. How's it going,
Hi,
buddy?
Gordon. 3 inches.
The body doesn't look too chunky.
No, it's very, very comfortable. 3 inches. 3 inches is very comfortable. 3.5 gets a little bulky. But we're going to compare this to an L5 now, aren't we?
Maybe in a little bit, in a little bit, but let's just run through here and see who's here. Gordon, we said. W.C. Ray is always here. Don Boudreau, John Burkhart, Thomas from Shelter Island, New York.
Yeah.
Big Steve from Olympia, Washington.
Hey, look at this, Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby. Joel Henderson.
Joel, I got a guitar for you. You know how you want every guitar I show on this show? You want every one. You call me up. How much is that? I want. You know how you do that, Joel? Well, I finally got one for you, and I just bought it in a moment of weakness at the Orange County Vintage Guitar Show. And I haven't got it ready to show yet, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a 1972 Johnny Smith with 1 3/4 inch nut width.
You bought that?
I did.
Why? I haven't seen that.
Well, I haven't got it out yet. They just
Weird.
well, did you see all the guitars in my room?
I mean, it's at this point, again, the shelf, like the room is like, I don't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. There's at least like a third of the room is filled with guitar cases.
Before the damn show, I played that at a funeral with a couple of folks. This real wonderful singer and this new trumpet player that I just met. That's a great tune, but she sang it wonderfully. And that's my parents' era, and that this was an elderly person. It's a great tune, though. Okay, I'm sorry, dude.
Did you not even tell Mom about that you bought that?
Well, I guess she knows now. No, I told her last night, but you know what? I forgot about it. Honestly, I just kind of, when I got home, I didn't like. Plus, I didn't want to get in trouble.
That's such a, I forgot. I bought a Gibson Johnny Smith. Come on.
God, please, no! No! No!
Wow. Anyway, Andrew from New Jersey, Roland is here. Roland sent me
Roland, what's up?
an article. That was pretty good. Richard Jenkins, James McNamara, Lachlan is here. It's 60 and sunny in Denver. Wow, that's a big change from a couple weeks ago, huh? Leo Brackle from North Dakota, John Smith, Roger Luce. Ooh, Roger's sunny and 81 in Cabo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's
Boy,
pretty nice.
it's a rough life.
Yeah, that sounds good. Jim Rolfe, Rainy Moore Park.
Jim Rolfe.
Don Spain is over in Kansas. Yeah. So speaking of hoarding, I like James's comment here. He said, my father-in-law is a hoarder. I went through one of his rooms and found 5 vintage Fender amps. I'm not sure he remembered they were there. Unfortunately, if you will not find 5 Fender amps. You find like 5 old like porch umbrellas that are like dilapidated and don't work. But
What?
hey, we might need them.
Hi, William.
Lou Nordrum asked, how many guitars qualifies as hoarding?
Yeah, really.
I mean, the guitars aren't the problem, to be honest. And you could, you could take this shelf out here and put guitar cases in here,
Well, that's a great idea, Wes. Let's do that.
And then we would have, we could be like, oh, look at all these guitars behind Wes, instead of this shelf with a bunch of old, like, retro. It's like a retro electronic museum in here.
Yeah.
Ever hang around the gymnasium? You like movies about gladiators?
Kim Mickelson
right.
is here. Paul Howland says, P-Man, I'm excited about the Jazz Guitar Festival.
Yeah, that is going to be really something.
Mark Larkins is here from Northeast Tennessee. He says he's got a lot of upcoming gigs. Can you please play Wave on the featured guitar?
Mark wants Wave on the feet. All right, because I want to show its Wes Montgomery sound.
Yeah, so Todd Richmond, I like his comment here. In reference to how many songs that you have on that thing, he said, I have 300 plus tunes in my solo book, guitar, dobro, singing. I have to run at least a dozen every single day just to make sure I don't embarrass myself when I get a request at a gig.
Yeah, see, I don't mind embarrassing myself. I do it all the time, as you well saw.
You're really good at embarrassing me, that's for sure.
Whoops, you might have to turn this track up.
Okay.
Safe. Anybody hurt? All right.
Robin said there's lots of commercials today.
Rob,
And that's because the YouTube changed up the little screen that you set up. So I switched some settings. So hopefully, because I noticed that too. I'm like watching on my phone over here and commercials. Yeah, just keep on popping up. So
you're kidding
I
me.
tried a different setting. So hopefully you won't see as many.
Huh. Wow, how weird.
Yeah.
Hey, show, Wes, do you have that picture of me and Rob and Jim and Kirby?
Yeah, I do.
So they all came down to the Orange County Vintage Guitar Show, and what a blessing that was. There they all are. All right, from the, there's me. Next to me is Rob. There's Rob Riggs. And then there's Jim Rolfe, and there's Kirby. And there we are at the Orange County show. So now you got a face to show what this looks like. Now, I told everybody, suck your stomachs in, and I forgot. Or maybe I did. That's mine sucked.
That's
in.
all you got right there.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was, do you have a picture of the booth? There. Oh, there's Rodney. Rodney was there. See, I brought this. There's Rodney. Yeah, Rodney. He's a new student, new guy. I met him a few months ago at another Orange County show. And him and his wife are coming to the Jazz Fest.
Yeah. That's
There's the booth there. Yeah, so I had that ES350 on that quarter there. And boy, people stop and look at that. And then next to that.
Oh, we got a caller.
Oh,
We got
wait
a
a minute.
caller. All right.
Spam risk. Anyway, there was also my.
So you didn't sell that?
What?
That 350?
No.
Got it.
And then there's that X50 next to that, but I haven't brought that out yet. So you can see why I forgot to tell Mom I bought a Johnny Smith.
What's that? What's the 3 pickup thing?
That's the X350 1955. Unbelievable how good that guitar sounds.
When did you get that?
I got that about a year ago.
Is that the right tailpiece on it? Why does that tailpiece look funky?
Well, it's
Looks like a Guild tailpiece.
well, that's what it is.
Oh, that is a Guild. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Or I don't remember seeing that.
Let me get this guitar here. Yeah. God, this L5 is heavier than that other guitar.
What is this photo?
Okay, all right. That's a guitar with a bunch of nails in it.
Okay, and
That's-
why are we?
We're looking at that because that was the highlight of the NAMM show. All right, let's talk about the NAMM show now. Or do you want to do a comparison?
Well, what is this?
Yeah, it's art.
That's
Art, man. Art.
got it. And so, why do you say that it was the highlight of the NAMM show?
Because the NAMM show was somewhat of a disappointment for me. I've been to the NAMM show so many times, and the ratio of Archtop guitars, there's one Archtop guitar for every 500 Telecaster Les Paul guitars. It's stupid, crazy. And well, number one, Gibson wasn't there. Fender wasn't there, which means also Guild wasn't there, or not Guild, Gretsch wasn't there. Epiphone wasn't there. And I actually called Jim because me and Jimmy and Kirby walked around the show. And I called Jim and said, Jim, do you remember anything that was a highlight of that show? And we're like, He finally texted me and said, and go back to that D'Angelico guitar, because D'Angelico normally has a giant room. They got some money, but this time they just had a regular booth like all the others. But they had this guitar there. It's a slim body with a floater, and
That's the Mark Whitfield at Soho SS.
oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
So he said they'd probably send us one, maybe, we'll see. And we thought that was a pretty nice looking guitar. It's pretty cool. There was also,
What?
that's a cardboard chair that you can buy. And it fits together, heavy duty cardboard. It looks like a Fender Tweed case. That was a highlight there on the show.
Wow.
There is the another guitars, but with a block in it for a kind of like a 335 type guitar.
So why was it a disappointment? Just because Gibson? What? Just because you couldn't look at all the Gibson Les Pauls?
Heritage wasn't there. Eastman was there. That was nice. There were so many people that weren't there. So I don't know.
Did it seem smaller? I mean, it's probably not.
Yes. It had, okay. So here's how my day started going to the NAMM show, right? I spent the night at my cousin's. She's 12 miles away. So I in the past, you go to Angel Stadium and then you get a bus over to the convention center. So, number one, I drive to Angel Stadium. And I get off the wrong freeway. And so I thought it was off to 55. Well, it's off to 57. So then I got to get back on, go over to Angel Stadium. Then they say, no, we're not doing that. Go back to the convention center for parking. That 12 miles took an hour and a half. By the time I got there, I was ready to, I don't know. It was terrible. So by the time I got into the NAMM show, it was a 2-hour ordeal. But other than that, and plus it was $150, I might add. But other than that, it was not as big as usually they're below in the basement. There's all these smaller vendors, a lot of independent guitar builders and things like that. And that's another thing. They have a section of just independent custom guitar builders. There wasn't one Archtop there. It's like, how many times can you see a Telecaster tricked out or something, or made out of some exotic wood, and all that. So it just didn't do it for me. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we walked around. We had a good time. It was fun. And that was about it. Next day, at least I knew where I was going. And I got there before the crowd hit. So that was good.
Well, too, with all the guitar companies dropping out, like you were mentioning this when you got back, was like, now there's a bunch of video companies there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even like all music now. It's
No,
turning more into like
consumer electronics.
Yeah,
show.
exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of streaming stuff, and
For sure.
okay, guess who had a booth there? The United States Post Office.
There you go.
Why?
Did you talk to him?
No, there was nobody there. There was a line. There was a line. Nobody was there. Yeah. So I'm like, God, what the hell? The post office, right there. The post office is there. I'm like, really? Reverb was there, and I should have probably talked to them, but I thought, why is Reverb here? But everybody's selling online, and so that's why.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
and with the amount of streaming stuff, and then like even just software companies
Software
alone,
companies.
so many,
So many. Yeah.
so many plugins now, and just I can imagine that there's just every little plugin and
Oh, and then every company has got. Quilter was there. Got to go there, talk to them. Hendrickson wasn't there, but got to talk with the guys at Quilter. And you look around at Quilter, and now they got all these pedals. Everybody's got pedals all over the place, pedals. And I said to Kirby, I said, I'm so glad I play this music so I don't have to fart around with these damn pedals all the time. Have a pedal board and all that. I'm just like, man, give me a break.
Let me see.
What?
sorry, hit it on accident.
Oh. So I'm like, God dang it, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, the big companies, like aren't necessarily there. But gosh, you take Gibson out of the equation, and you could fit 20 software company booths in the space that Gibson took
Yeah,
up,
yeah, that's right. Uh-huh. And Fender.
Yeah.
Yeah, those rooms there were people in those rooms, but Godan, or whatever it is, wasn't there. It's like, wow. So these companies are, now some people believe, since the brick and mortar building or music stores are following further and further away, that, is there a need for the NAMM show? But yes, there is, just to go and see the stuff.
Well, it could also just be broken up now into like just one for guitar, or like a guitar only type of show like that, where it's just all guitars.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be nice. Amplifier companies. Well, there was many of those. One booth I always got to go to, which is nice, is Reverend Guitars. I like those guys. Reverend Guitars were there. Pete Anderson was there, who many of you know, played with Dwight Yoakam and stuff, and is a producer. And I got to talk with him a minute. And then Ken Hans, we talked about his Railhammer pickup, which I had put on that, remember that 49 175? And I put that Railhammer pickup on it, and we thought, God dang, this is really nice. So it was nice. That was nice to see those guys. Eastman had a couple of real nice guitars. They've redone the 805 as well as the 910 to have mounted pickups with a little more ornamentation on the guitars. They're looking nice. And so I ordered a couple of those, one of each. And we'll see if they'll get there in 9 or 10 months. We got some comments here, Wes.
Kirby said he had a great time at the show and was glad to see people getting back to the norm after COVID. Pat playing Sleepwalk was a highlight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Pat
Quilter.
How about Calling's guitar? Was Collins. Did you see them there?
Yes, I did. And they were a very small little booth. And, you know, they had a couple of they had a 335. They had I think that was the only Archtop there, if I'm not mistaken, like a 335 copy. And then they had all their acoustic guitars. Sire guitars, the one that Larry Carlton is endorsing, was there. And
Larry was there.
well, that's great.
Yeah.
I didn't see him, but that's great.
Oh, the reason I know that is because I just see this video right here.
What video? Are you going to show it?
Yeah. As soon as this ad plays. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, with his...
Sire guitar.
Yeah, that's cool. We need to get in touch with those guys.
Yeah.
I would like to try one out.
Yeah.
Don't say too much.
Okay, sorry, I was reading the comments. So, yeah. So the NAMM show, bottom line, if you missed it, don't sweat it. If you went, you probably had a good time.
Was Heritage there?
No. Heritage was not there. But I didn't realize that D'Angelico bought Supro amps. And Justin was telling me about one of these tube amps that a lot of jazz guys are playing, they like. And so, but it was 50 watts and a little heavy, you know, for old guy. But, so, yeah.
That'd be cool to test out.
Wouldn't it? That would be fun, you know, because a lot of guys do not, are so like, you know, I don't.
Is it made for jazz?
No, I don't know. It's just an amp, you know,
Right.
made for whatever you put in it.
Right.
Come on, play the L5, somebody says.
Well, now it's like I can't remember what that other one sounded like. So
Well, can't
I rewind and
Yeah.
hold on, let me rewind
well, what do you want me to do?
and just play something on that and then get the Heritage back out and play the same thing.
All right. In the A's was, where'd it go? God darn it. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm looking for something here, and it ain't there. Here we are.
All right, buddy, you got this. You've only had that device for like 3-4 years now, so I feel like you should have a handle on it by now.
Okay, got it.
10 seconds.
Okay, Mike, you're going to have to work the board there. Here it comes. All the things you are. Ta-da, ta-da. Okay, so there it was. All the things you are done on the fabulous L5. By the way, we have some people. Do you want to talk about the?
No, I want you to grab the Heritage and play that song again.
All right, all right. Excuse me.
It's like a ADHD kid over
All
there.
right, hold on.
Come on, buddy. Focus here. Focus.
Both us. Hold on. Okay. Remember, we're just going direct through the amp, or through the PA, and when you do that,
Through the mixing board.
yeah, through the mixing board. There is no colorization from the amplifier, because your amp is going to definitely have, influence the sound. And certain guitars sound better than others, I guess, with amps. I don't know. I've been very happy with Quilter amps, and now I'm very happy with the Hendrickson.
Louis said, did you ever hear the Tudo Bem album by Joe Pass? This rendition reminds me of that album.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably have. I know I remember the title. I can't.
And then Danielle said she plays this song often, but can't keep up at that speed.
Yeah. Well, that's actually kind of slow. Let me tune up. So, all the things you are as a samba, I think, it's kind of cool. You get so used to playing it and tired of playing it all the time as a bossa or as a swing tune. Are we going to do the same song?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Here we go. Okay, which one do you guys like better?
Louis said L5 without a doubt, warm and authentic. Which, yeah, I think it is warmer for sure. The thing's a little more sparkly kind of thing.
Yeah, and like I said, lifting that pickup off the top will bring a little more high end to it.
Frank said, how do the two neck profiles compare?
They're about the same. This is the L5's a little fatter. This is a little thinner.
Yeah. And then I don't know how to say this guy's name. Camojin. I don't know. Have you lost the truss rod cover? No, you have not.
No.
We do have the truss rod cover.
And the screws.
Oh yeah, real quick though, someone did have a question earlier that I was. Oh my God.
What?
What are you? Oh geez, what are you doing back there? Like a. God. See, if you cleaned out this room, you would have more room too.
I know. Yeah.
You're like working in a little freaking shed back here.
Yeah, I get it.
Man, it's rough.
That's it. I've had it with this dump. Our pets' heads are falling off.
So I'm trying to find the comment, but it was something about there's a couple screws in the Schaller pickup and it was like what were they for? I'm trying to find it.
What? Yeah, it's got two screws instead of the one that hold the pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
it's to
that?
tilt the pickup. You can tilt it forward or back. Again, I always like to get the pickup tilted so it's closer to the neck. You know what I'm saying? So when you got a big wide pickup here like this, with the Schaller two screws, you're able to tilt it somewhat.
Right. Phil Ed said, I think you can hear the difference coming from the floating bridge on the L5 and the fixed bridge on the 550.
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
Like I said, like a floating bridge on a 175 is, it's a press top. I don't know if it matters that much, but on an L5, I'm sure it does. It transmits more.
John Smith said, Tal Farlow did 2 versions of All the Things You Are. Can you do it again on the Tal Farlow? Behind you.
Good grief.
3rd time's a charm. We do need to talk though about the Jazz Guitar Fest.
Okay, let's talk about the Jazz Guitar Fest. So, we've been selling tickets. I was out at both the San Rafael and the Orange County show, and it's starting to shape up real nicely. Remember, it's going to be Friday evening, March 1st, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Tim Lurch is our newest addition, Tom Rotella, Bruce Foreman, Brad Rebution, Adam Levine, Pat Kelly, Nate Lopez, Sean McCowan, Mitch Holder. So, Dave Becker, good grief. What do you want? I mean, there's a lot of great guitar players there. And it's funny, I said, also, yeah, let's take a look at some of the people that will be there. Vadami, which is a transcribing tool. LHT Guitars. Sontag. Eldorado Straps. Eastman. Hendrickson will be there too. And there are also some guys bringing, a couple of dealers bringing some guitars. So
Yeah, especially if you guys, a lot of people like those Samick guitars that we feature. Those are some of our biggest videos that we have on our channel. And this guy is going to bring several Samick de La Salle models So if you ever, they're hard to find. These are not just falling out of the trees. They're inexpensive, but they're really, really well made, and they sound really good. So you would have a chance to pick one up there if you want, or at least test one out on a Henriksen amp.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that I'm really happy about. Is this our guy Patrick Monis is. I think that's how you say his last name, but he he's gonna have a booth there. He said he's gonna bring about 15 guitars, and they're gonna be kind of on the lower price spectrum. So I think that's gonna be super cool for sure. And then also too, if you haven't gotten a ticket yet, we've extended the early bird pricing to the end of the weekend, so you have until Sunday to get a discounted ticket. And then you could also use the coupon code Severson when you check out to get an even bigger discount. But you got to hurry. You have until the end of the weekend to get a ticket at a cheaper price before they go up. So you save some money and lock it in and take advantage for sure. Mm-hmm. And like you said, the attendance is filling up, and happy about that. I've been doing just a little bit of work every day on this, just a little. So I'm trying my best to make this thing happen, and
so I think we're gonna have people. It's going to be a blast. There's no doubt about it.
Right.
Whenever you get all these like-minded people together, and they're all fun people in a wonderful place to be. My gosh, what more can you ask for? So.
And hopefully the rain's been rainy here the last few days, so hopefully it'll clear out by the time that's over. And we do want to assure you, though, even if it is raining here, it's still going to be like 60 degrees. So if you're living in the Midwest, which we got a couple guys just today that bought tickets. One guy in Iowa, another guy in Kansas. There's several people from the Midwest.
Lachlan's coming from Colorado.
Right.
Yeah.
So rest assured, you'll get some warmer temperatures when you come out here. And but again, also too, I wanted to point out, if you wanted to see what the schedule of classes is like, it's now up. So go to jazzguitarfest.com. You can read through all the classes, what you're going to be learning. There's going to be 10 sessions a day that you can attend Saturday and Sunday. So but we got some cool stuff. For instance, Pat Kelly, arpeggios for the evolving guitarist. Bruce Foreman, learning tunes, why and how. Tim Lurch, the right way to accompany a singer. There's tons of stuff. Sean McGowan, who's just a monster fingerstyle guy, is going to show off some of his crazy techniques.
Tom Rotella adding West style octaves. Yeah.
Right. So cool. Go to jazzguitarfest.com and you can see that schedule for yourself and take a look at all the classes. There's also going to be Q&A sessions with all the instructors. So you can basically show up to that session and ask them whatever you want, and they're ready to just talk guitar and talk jazz. So that's going to be a rare opportunity for you to just fire off questions to the guys, and then again, like we mentioned before, it's the type of thing where everyone's hanging out. There's no green room, there's no special teacher spot. Like, they're just going to be in the crowd with you guys. They're actually probably going to be showing up to a lot of the classes, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, that's what they were talking about. A lot of them. I can't wait to learn some new stuff.
Right. So
whatever.
That's the kind of the caliber of the, some of the stuff that they're going to be teaching is like, things that are going to be interesting to pros, intermediate, beginner. Like, it's just going to give you all kinds of stuff to walk away with. Definitely.
Is there a chance you could stream for the faraways? No, like I explained to one guy who asked me that, we got too much on our plate just making this work, let alone adding that. I can't see adding that. Maybe next year.
Yeah, next year would be a possibility for sure. We'd have to figure that out, but that would definitely be cool. At least do the concerts, you know.
Yeah, but
the big problem with streaming at a place like that is the internet connection.
The internet connection.
Yeah,
yeah,
like it just would suck to have a live stream up and then like we can't. We get booted off and then everyone's like, where's the live stream? What's going on?
Yeah,
Like, you would definitely need like a little dedicated team to like make sure the live stream's like up and running.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but again, yeah, you have until the end of the weekend to get to grab a ticket, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I've been definitely working hard to get people through the door. Someone asked how many people will be in the audience. That was on the road again, and we got probably about 75 people so far, but tickets have been selling pretty rapidly the last few days, so I'm guessing we'll have close to 100. The place holds 200-ish, which that would be kind of chaotic to have that many people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say probably real close to 100 other guys there, and yeah, it's gonna be cool for sure.
Yeah, Wes has done a lot of work for this thing. So as he does with the live stream, it's like we were talking today. He says, "I got to get here. It's a lot earlier, more like 7 to get ready for this thing." So, by the way, if you want to give Wes a tip, he would really appreciate it. And I would want to thank you guys in the past who continually do that for him. It kind of makes a difference for him.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference. A lot of guys have been super generous, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, because I need to get like my guitar news segment back up and running, but like I have so much other stuff to do that like I can't physically get that done. Which because that was fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
like
was
doing
fun.
that.
It was a good time.
Broke it up a little bit.
Good time.
But yeah.
Do you have anything you want to talk about now?
No.
Or you just did?
Yeah, I mean, I can pull something out of my behind if you want.
All right.
But yeah, so
I don't want to be around to see it.
All
though.
you guys have but yeah, like I said, you've been super generous with the tips, and I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome because, this is definitely quite a bit of work, but it's super fun. I love hanging out with you guys, and I don't even play jazz. So, I'm just here, and I love guitar and music in general. And, so it's awesome to see it grow, too, because we've definitely had a big bump in viewers the last probably 2 months. Seems like we're right around 100. When we first started this show, there was 20 people watching, so we've grown it 5 times that amount. So but all that little weird technical stuff is sadly what grows it, because you have to know the YouTube algorithm to so it's lame for sure, but yeah.
Hey, I want to show this guitar here.
Okay.
This is an Eastman 805, and by the way, the reason I wanted to show these 2 guitars today, because I got people that were thinking about getting these, and so this particular guitar is an 805. It's 16-inch. With 3.5-inch body depth, fully acoustic with a floating Kent Armstrong pickup, ebony fretboard, ebony pickguard, ebony tailpiece, ebony bridge, ebony truss rod color, ebony knobs. The guitar is, this particular one is immaculate shape, immaculate. It's
Is it
mint.
how old is it?
It's a 2018.
Got it.
Yeah. This also has, and this is why I was wondering, did I already have this guitar in my possession at one time? It's got a volume and a tone. They don't always come with that. Now, acoustically, this thing is loud. Let's shut off the, or I'll just turn it down here.
There you go.
And it's 1 3/4 inch net width. So, yeah, this thing, let's take a deep look at it. They've changed this now to a mounted pickup guitar. And it's a 3-piece neck, maple neck, solid woods throughout, carved sides and back. You know, these guitars are so underrated. It's crazy.
You said it's solid wood in the back, but it's like two pieces of wood in the back, right?
Yeah, they glue them together and then
Right.
they carve it out.
Got it.
Yeah, it's not laminated.
Right.
Yeah, it's hard to find a piece of wood, maple, this big.
Right.
Spruce, they've got it.
Well, what about on that Heritage? Because that was one full piece of wood.
That was laminated.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, it's weird. So,
Show the little. Because someone was asking. The Eastman, John Smith said the Eastman has no fretboard position markers. Is that a little hard to get used to?
no, it's got the little dots there, you see.
Right. But just not on the fretboard itself.
Yeah, you really don't need them. You don't, and are you looking at the guitar like this? Even if so, you still see the dots there.
Yeah, I'm surprised more guitars don't have the dots on the top like that anyway. Even if they
What
do.
do you mean? They do. They all have the dots up here.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some that don't.
No, they all do. Dots, man, dots. I like the no sweat strap pad. By the way, if you're coming to the Guitar Fest, Bill Silverman, Eldorado Guitar Straps, is there, and he's going to make some of these.
Yeah, that'll be a hot seller for sure. Those straps are comfortable though, man.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I mean, compared to a regular guitar strap. Joel is already inquiring about the Johnny Smith. He hasn't even seen it yet, but
I know.
is it one pickup or two?
One.
Good, because he likes the one pickups. He doesn't like the two pickup ones.
Yeah, it's not the original. It's not the original, but it is a very sweet sounding guitar. Very sweet. Holy crap. So anyway,
Do you know how much Bill charges for your straps?
I don't. They're not cheap. I'll tell you that. They're not like a $30 strap. It's all leather.
I feel like the one that he made you isn't one of it's a basic strap. It's not like it's all ornate and stuff like his other stuff. It's a black strap.
I don't know how much they are.
Yeah, I wouldn't guess they're like you said that they're super expensive.
I
though.
wouldn't. I don't want to put a number on it because.
Right. But I mean, like I said, like most of his stuff is like ornate leather carved in,
Right, with
designs and flowers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
a
like
lot of
the one that he made you is black, and it's really big. It's like exactly like the. It's basically exactly like the LM straps.
right. It
It's
is,
like the
except
exact
it's
same
this it's leather and not vinyl. And
Right.
It's stiff. It's very stiff. And it's got this giant sheepskin pad. Yeah, it's nice.
Right.
Let me play a tune on this.
Sure.
Okay. So I don't know. Do you want to have the overhead mics or not? I don't think so. Do it without the overheads.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah. You picked that up at your nearest record store. If you could find one. Hey, thank you. That was Ain't Misbehavin' done on the 805.
Yeah. How about playing some bebop on that thing? Kim said you might be getting ads if you are watching on a mobile device. Do you know, Wes? So I don't know, because like I said, the settings they have a new screen for it, and I was like, I don't know. I need to research it a little more. I can say I'm getting a lot of ads on my phone and not a lot of ads on my computer screen, but it's still, I need to just look into it more. So next week I'll have it figured out for sure. And then also thanks for people who have given me a tip. You guys are awesome. James sent me a tip on Venmo. Lachlan sent me a tip on PayPal. I'm sure some other people have as well. Just, oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys a lot. Yeah, so way to go, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Give yourselves a round of applause because you guys deserve it.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
Hey, Seth is here.
Yeah.
Waddington.
The Waddington brothers.
Okay, brothers. Yeah, so he bought a Hendrix and Bud. Should be here tomorrow. Did you put in Guitar College for the code? Because you would have got a 5% discount. Please do that.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do that, write Peter and say, I forgot to put that in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Good.
I've been thinking about Seth because he's a jazz guitar like our newest student with Jazz Guitar Accelerator.
That's right. Yeah.
And
by the way, we're getting some. Well, we're about halfway through on a whole group of people, so we got it.
Yeah, we got some slots available for sure. But he did his assessment, right? I want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think he went on.
He went to Nashville.
Nashville, that's right. Just been there for a week or so. So anyway, I was just curious because I hadn't seen you book your second session. So yeah, for those of you who don't know what the accelerator is,
somebody made a comment that they couldn't get the link is broken on the accelerator
on the what?
Web page. The link is broken to get to book a call, to book a discovery call.
Oh,
I saw that on there somewhere.
huh. Oh, well, maybe that's why we're not.
You
getting
know,
any.
on the accelerator, man, I tell you, I've had some guys just like the light bulbs are going off, boy, you know, and so that's really a thrill for me to see that. And introducing them to harmonic progressions and how to harmonize melodies right from the get-go, just within a key. And then start playing altered chords and altered lines and getting them composing lines of their own. It's been really thrilling. So I think a lot of guys have just made a world of progress, you know. And so if you're thinking about it, don't think too long. Just do it. You know, if not now, when? 'Cause I don't know how long I'm going to do it because I'm getting so
Because
tired.
Yeah, so tired.
Yeah. Anyway. Yep, the code worked. Thanks. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, you want to play some bebop on this guitar? Leave this mic open then, and so we can get a different tone on it. It'll be cool.
Okay.
Here's bebop blues, opera va. Second thought, turn it off. Yeah, the acoustic projection was too strong. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
All right, steady.
Sorry.
Cut.
Oh, man.
So yeah, that was. How does the H5 compare to the Heritage Eagle? Well, they're two different. The Eagle is more like the L5. Eagle is solid in top, so it's going to sound different. I think for playing jazz, like I would take the L5 in a small thing. If I was playing outside at some place where we got to play louder and it's a bigger band and stuff, the H550 won't be feeding back and stuff. So that's probably one way to look at it. So I was going to do a lesson today. Do you want to do a lesson, Wes?
Yeah, sure.
You know what? I should probably use a guitar that has dots or inlays. So let me get one there.
Yeah, so the link for the discovery call is not working on Jazz Guitar Accelerator. I need to figure that out because that concerns me greatly.
Yeah, that's
which
weird.
I've been wondering why we haven't been getting any calls.
Why all of a sudden does a link decide, hey, I'm not going to work anymore?
No, it says that, it's Calendly. That's the problem. So the calendar that we use to book the calls is something's up with it. And it says, like, I need to upgrade, but, like, I have upgraded, and it was fine forever. So I'm guessing maybe they started a new plan or new pricing structure or something, and then just kicked us off, which annoys the heck out of me. So if you guys want to book a call with me and us about the Jazz Guitar Accelerator, I'll put my email in the chat, and you just email me directly. We'll set up a time. We just need to jump on Zoom with you, ask you a few questions about where you're at. And again, it's all, we got, oh my God.
I'll just keep talking.
Jeez, scaring me back there. Got 2 expensive guitars in your hand. Oh, look out. Hey. Oh. Wow. Okay. So,
this stand collapsed.
there's all, we're able to, all the guys are at different skill levels. And so no matter what your skill level, I mean, unless you're just like a dead on beginner, we can probably help you. But
I'm
we
not
just kinda,
teaching any dead people.
we need to, just see where you're at and see how we can customize the lesson plan for you. William Milton said, Rich is an amazing teacher. I was
Thank
blessed to
you,
have a
William.
chance to learn from him. He graduated a little while ago. And he made some big progress there. And then he bought a 775, and now he's off to the races. So anyway, I'm going to put my email in the chat.
Okay,
You ready?
put your email.
I am. For now, I'll probably have the link back up and running by the end of the day. But just in case you want to do that right now, just email me, severson.wes@gmail.com, and I will get right back to you, and we will set it all up, because we got some slots open, not many, but there will be some opening in the near future, and we can also, if it fills up, we can put you on a waiting list as well. So it's a really cool program, and I think anyone who does it is going to just walk away with a whole different look at music in general, not just jazz.
Yes.
Michael Tinsley is also
Michael!
he's in the middle of the program right now. Said you're a great teacher, best ever.
He's a professional cruiser now.
Yeah,
Every 2 weeks he's on a cruise.
that's fun.
Yeah, man. Jeez. Man, I'm starting this. I like these 18 inches more and more the more I play them.
Why?
Crazy. I don't know. It's just, number one, the neck is so close to your head.
That thing looks huge. Like the neck even looks like long. Is it not a longer neck, is it?
No. No, it's not a longer neck. All right, so one of the things I was going to do is we're going to do a diminished scale and a diminished chord and its resolution. So here is a diminished chord. You might want to go close up. Wait a minute. So I got A, F sharp, C, E flat. Now that's A diminished. Now that chord, A diminished, is going to resolve as an F7. So I can base a diminished chord off the third of a chord, so therefore this would be an F7, or off the fifth of the chord, in which case this would be a D7, or off the flat 7 of the chord, in which case this would be a B7, and off the flat 9 of the chord, and the flat 9 of A is the flat 9 of A flat. Got that? So this chord resolves to B flat. Now, if I'm in the key of, G, let's move to the key of G a second. I'm going to establish it in your ears. Now it's a D7, moving to G. Oh. Now it's in the key of A flat. Let's say it's A flat moving, not A flat, but D flat. So let's establish the tonal center of D flat in your ears. You hearing it? Now we're in the the key of D flat. Now we're in the key of B, a B7, which is in the key of E. So let's move down to the key of E and get the tonal center of E in our head by playing some of the chords from an E key. Okay, so that chord, or right, so this one little chord could move to B flat, could move to D flat, could move to E, or it could move to G. Isn't that crazy? Now, it doesn't always sound good unless you get the tonal center established in your ear. That's why I did all this. So it sounded... Now, this scale, diminished scale, is again going to resolve to one of those four keys. So if I'm in the key of B flat, if I'm in the key of, this is the 5 chord of G, is it's the 6th string, wasn't in the slot. Thanks, John. Jeez. Yeah, okay, now let's move this, play this chord, and we're going to go to the key of D flat. So we did D flat, B flat, G, and then last one was E. Key of E. Right? Right. Like Gordon said, it's each one of these notes is only a half step away from the root or the home key. Half step from B flat, half step from G, half step from D flat, half step from E. Cool, huh? This concludes our lesson today. Thank you and good night. What do you think, Wes?
Awesome. Love it. So you're selling that guitar, right?
I guess. I don't know. I'm starting to
Well,
get
it's listed on the
It's
website.
listed on the website. You can take a look at it. Yeah. I'm gonna order a new pick guard. This is starting to gas off all the time, and so when I put it away, I do put a piece of cloth over it. I think it helps a little bit. Doesn't start corroding, because you could put it in the case, leave it there for 3 days, come back, and this string has got rust on it. Crazy, huh? I mean, I have that Kenny Burrell. Hey, Gail. Honey, could you get that L5 tailpiece that's on my bench? Way up by the lamp towards the wall there. So, yeah, my daughter's birthday is tomorrow. Amy, happy birthday to Amy. Tritone control, 2 different chords.
Yeah, Gordon asked, it's resolving to a semitone above any of the chord notes?
Yeah. Yeah, just like, you know how a chord. So these are all the same, every 4 frets. Thank you, sweetheart. So anyway, at the show, at the Guitar Fest, the fella that I've gotten to know, he actually sponsored me because he worked for Heritage. He has found a bunch of tailpieces from a lady that was doing all the engraving for Gibson. And she's got I think that's the story. But anyway, he's going to be at the show, and he's got all these this is solid brass, by the way. It looks gold, but it's not. It's solid brass. And look at the engraving on. Isn't that beautiful, this tailpiece? I'm going to put that on my 68. And I'll save the corroded one. But isn't that beautiful? I mean, this is the kind of work he has and the stuff that he has that he's going to be bringing. He's quite the authority. He worked for Gibson for 30 years and in Heritage for another 20 or something. I don't know. But he saw this guitar, and this is 1981, and he said, oh my gosh, that's the first year I went to work for Gibson. Man, I want to get that guitar. So I hope Greg decides to get it, because I like to know where they go.
Danielle asked, do you view diminished chords different than flat 9 chords? I suspect it's more important for keyboard players.
No, I mean, a diminished chord is a flat 9 chord without the root. And I never play the roots anyways. Not never, but you don't need the roots. This points to the tonal center stronger than any root will. So, yeah.
And then Anita asked how much.
How much what?
I don't know. It just says how much. Which I was curious about how that tailpiece you got, that's got to be pretty expensive, right?
Yeah, I think like $500, something like that.
$500 for that tailpiece?
Yeah,
Holy
boy,
shnikes.
go on Reverb, try to find these. They're crazy. I mean, I can't speak for Greg, okay?
Right.
He'll be at the show. You have to ask him what he wants for that. But maybe you could find his website. I think he's got a website, Wes.
Yeah, maybe.
If you could take a moment and look for that.
Do you know the name of his company?
Just type his name in.
Just greg.com.
No, Craig DeLordo.
Got it.
Yeah. And his wife, Sharon, she's like a researcher about Orville Gibson. So she's done tons of research about Orville Gibson.
Wow.
And so between the two of them, they're like Gibson authorities. So it's pretty cool.
The guy's name, his name's Orville.
Well, Orville Gibson started Gibson, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Orville, that's your middle name.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, you got a cool name, man.
Yeah, got guitars all over my name.
Yeah.
I don't. How do you spell his?
DELORDA or TA. Mom will know.
I did look. Oh, okay, got it.
Anita says, I'm good with a chainsaw, not so much with the Dremel engraving. Yeah, really. I used to be pretty good with a chainsaw. And then you couldn't play guitar afterwards.
It's this guy?
Yeah, there he is. Or Lorta. Yeah, he's got a lot of albums and stuff. Maybe he doesn't have his...
Doesn't look like he has gear on here, but when you type in L5 tailpiece to reverb, yeah, they're up there for sure.
Greg's are? Or
No, just them, the tailpiece in general for L5 is anywhere from $400 to $1,500.
yeah, crazy, isn't it?
At least from these ones on.
And yeah, this one's solid brass, which I'm excited about getting it on. I want to get it. Let's get it on. Put on your tailpiece, baby. Well, that doesn't sound right. Do you put a microfiber cloth on the pick guard in the case to stop it gassing? Yes, but I don't know if some of those are finely knitted enough. I think you're better off with maybe a fine woven piece of cloth of some sort. I'm going to take the pick guard off, and I think I'm going to just spray it and try to seal it with some plastic lacquer kind of stuff. And now they say it'll still gas off and self-destruct, but it won't ruin everything. Because I do want to replace the pickup covers too. I think I asked that question last week. Some people say keep them. Some people say no.
Right.
I don't think there's any advantages to having a guitar look like it's falling apart. Especially since the rest of it is so pretty. You know?
Yeah, but I don't know. Sometimes when you put the new pickup covers on, they're just so like shiny, you know, and it's like it's a little overkill.
Well, I suppose you could always buff them out a little so they're not.
Yeah, I don't know, like just I don't know. You put new pickup covers on something not that long ago, and it was like, oh my god, like those are definitely new, and that guitar is definitely not new, you know. So it's just I can go both ways on that.
Thing about it is the over time they'll end up getting scratched up and stuff. So.
Right.
Well, what do you think, Wes? Should we call it a day?
Yeah. Unless anyone has any last minute questions, requests.
Should play a tune on this.
Yeah, you should. And again, yeah, don't forget about the Jazz Guitar Fest.
Yeah, if you're able to come, especially if you live in California, for crying out loud, you got to be there.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand it if you live in New York, although we do have a guy coming from New York, you know.
Yeah, there's
it's crazy.
People coming from all over.
So.
And yeah, if you go to jazzguitarfest.com, and you click on the tickets and lodging info, there's a bunch of different hotels that you can stay at that are pretty affordable, and
yeah, the lodge is expensive.
The lodge is a high-end type of thing, but it's yeah, like I said, you're gonna be right on the coast. Cambria is super cool. It's an awesome little town. Lots of people know it. It's basically just a tourist town between, you know, on the beach right outside of wine country. So all the wine drinkers stay there.
Yeah.
And they go wine tasting in Paso Robles, and then they come back to Cambria and hang out.
Well, you know, the Hearst Winery is just right up the road on Highway 1, right up from Cambria, maybe
5 miles.
5 miles. And the winery is on the cliff of the ocean.
Yeah.
So you can sit there and drink wine and watch the ocean. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's in San Simeon.
And there's you could take this little nature walk. Well, you got to sneak in there, I guess. Out to that point coming out of that bay there.
Yeah, you don't have to sneak in. What are you talking about sneaking in?
Well, you have to get there
public
from
trail.
you have to get there from the beach. You can't get there from
From the winery is all fenced off.
right.
Right. Yeah, it's just a couple 100-foot walk, and then you get through the gate there, and then it's a public trail. It's a super cool trail. It's easy too. It's all flat. And it takes you right out to the point, and
Yeah, it's really nice.
yeah, and there's tons of scenery in San Simeon itself. So yeah.
So James is coming, McLemara.
Yeah.
And will there be a field trip to the wineries? You'll have to muster one up. I'm sure there'll be guys going. So we'll find out. I don't know if I'll be going. I do that a lot. So,
Have you gone to the Hearst winery though?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
several times.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be going there.
Yeah, you can see Hearst Castle too, right up on the hill.
That's right.
Yeah. And you'll probably even see a zebra or two
Yeah.
running around. There's all kinds of weird exotic animals that he has
That's true.
there. And like you'll just be driving along the side of the road and then you're like, that's a zebra.
Yeah.
And it's really bizarre.
Yeah, he was quite the collector of animals. Also, like Gail says there, you go up the road just a little bit more past San Simeon, and then there's this one spot where the elephant seals come there to hang out. I don't know if they're there all year or what, but I think they're there. You know, they come down, get out of, I guess, the Arctic Circle when it's too cold, come down here. And they're fascinating to watch. They're huge. Good grief.
Yeah.
And
they
ugly.
They look angry and
Ugly. And they fight over the women.
yeah. All right, so you gonna play a song?
Yeah. I'll play Our Love Is Here to Stay.
Wow, you moved from A to O.
Well, I ran out of A. Well, I can find another A song. You're going to have to turn that up a little.
Okay.
And we will see you later. Have a wonderful week. And keep on picking. Keep playing. Got to keep your fingers moving. And we'll see you next week, right? Wes?
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Thank you, Gail. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate it. This is our sign-off song.